Coming up on NewsWatch Ole Miss, a Lafayette County man was banished from the county for the second time after pleading guilty to stalking Oxford Mayor Robin Tannehill.
And we'll take a closer look at how Florida residents are dealing with the fallout from Hurricane Ian.
There is a new women's resale shop in town where students can sell and buy clothes for low prices. We'll have that and more coming up. NewsWatch Ole Miss starts next. Good evening and welcome to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Verlicia Gavin.
And I'm Mackenzie Cox. Lafayette County man Matthew Reardon was banished from the county for the second time after charged with stalking Oxford Mayor Robin Tannehill. In addition to the 5-year banishment, his sentence also includes unsupervised probation. His previous banishment came from another stalking arrest in 2017. The initial arrest occurred on June 28th, and Reardon pleaded guilty to the charges in circuit court this past Friday. For years, the Asylum Hill Project has pushed for permission to exhume, study, and memorialize those buried at the old Asylum Hill Cemetery that is now part of the University of Mississippi Medical Center in Jackson. The group has officially been given clearance to begin exhuming human remains on the site this month. The leader of the project, Dr. Ralph Didlake, says that their current focus is on preparing the necessary equipment, team members, and safety precautions, but that he is hopeful they will start excavating by the end of October.
Timothy Harrington Jr., the man arrested for the murder of Ole Miss grad Jay Lee, has filed a writ of habeas corpus against Lafayette County Sheriff Joey East. Harrington has been held in jail for 70 days without bail and no indictment. His attorneys argued that his lack of previous convictions and clear reasonable doubt, Harrington should be released on a reasonable bail and receive a hearing on the charges against him. The state insists that proof is, quote, evident and presumption, great, that Harrington is guilty of these charges. This story is still developing, and we will continue to update you as we learn more. The annual Oxford Blues Festival is coming up October 6th through the 8th at Harrison's. The event will be headlined by Grammy-nominated artists John Primer, Trent Ayers, and R.L. Boyce, along with Bill Perry. You may even get to see a few of your favorite Ole Miss professors take the stage. Oxford native Daryl Parker says he started the event to introduce more people to blues music. You can purchase your tickets for the event at oxfordbluesfest.com.
Oxford has recently gained a new women's resale shop offering many different clothing styles. Rebel Closet allows students to shop for affordable clothing and also sell back their clothes for a profit. NewsWatch reporter Abigail Graves has more on this.
Oxford now has a new women's resale clothing shop that offers students with date party dresses, game day outfits, and everyday wear.
My friends and I started Rebel Closet because we noticed how Oxford didn't have a resale shop and how inconvenient it was trying to sell your clothes on GroupMe's and such. And I think it's beneficial for students because it gives them a place to shop sustainably and resell their clothes because, I mean, when you're in college, you really only wear something once, especially date party dresses. And so that's a cool way we can help out the students and also just allowing us to shop at cheaper price points.
For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Abigail Graves.
Rebel Closet is located at 419 East Jackson Avenue and is open weekly from 12 to 4 p.m.
Coming up, we'll take a look at Hurricane Ian's disastrous impact it left on Southwest Florida and a potential serial killer walking the streets of Stockton, California.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Great having you.
Incredible women.
I wish they had those kind of cool careers for women when we were growing up.
So in this flashback, we're all the same age?
Yeah. What does everyone want to be when they grow up?
If I say 2 jobs, do I get extra credit?
No.
I want to make immersive video games. I want to revolutionize 3D printing. I want to analyze data from the cloud.
I want to be a meteor.
You mean meteorologist?
No.
That's great, Al. Follow your dreams.
For the record, I was a baby in the 70s.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Is my light bright enough? You're such a glow-off.
Well, you know.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step.
I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Officials in New York State seized 15,000 rainbow fentanyl pills that were found in a Lego box. According to the Drug Enforcement Administration, Letitia Bush of Trenton, New Jersey, was arrested and charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance in the first and third degrees. The New York State Police Superintendent said that Bush's arrest and the seizure of these lethal substances are a result of the state's commitment to targeting and prosecuting individuals who distribute these narcotics.
Residents of Sanibel Island returned for the first time since the storm. President Biden will travel to Fort Myers, Florida today to get a first-hand look at the devastation. CNN's Isabella Rosales has more on this.
1 week after Hurricane Ian slammed into Florida as a Category 4 storm, residents of one of the hardest hit communities will be allowed back in.
It's going to hit home. It's going to be emotional when they see their properties up close and the amount of damage that this storm inflicted upon them.
Ian wiped out a portion of the causeway connecting Sanibel Island to the mainland. While people will get access to their property Wednesday, officials say the island is still extremely unsafe.
It will be some time before we can resume normal life on Sanibel.
People who live on Fort Myers Beach will have to wait longer to see their homes.
My island of paradise is gone, as I knew it.
They were ordered to leave the barrier island with no guarantee of when they will be allowed to return.
I would guess it's probably hundreds of households that are going to be experiencing a period of time when they're not going to be able to be in their homes.
President Joe Biden will get a first-hand look at the devastation on Wednesday. He'll also meet with small business owners impacted by the hurricane.
There will be many businesses that will not provide work for their employees. It's really devastating to the community.
As Floridians enter the second week of recovery, many are holding out hope.
We're strong people. We'll get through it and we'll rebuild and come back.
In Fort Myers Beach, Florida, I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Hurricane Ian has disrupted life for thousands of Floridians, including those attending college in the state. NewsWatch reporter Erica Fontana spoke to a University of Tampa student who was forced to evacuate about the storm's impact on him.
On September 28th, Hurricane Ian, a Category 4 hurricane, touched down in southwest Florida. With winds of up to 150 miles per hour, Ian left a devastating impact on these towns. Many homes experienced life-altering damage, and universities in Florida evacuated all of their students. Zach Gross, a freshman at the University of Tampa, had to take the 3-hour flight home back to Connecticut in order to get out.
Sunday night, they told everybody that we did not have school for the whole week. Flew out of Orlando on Monday. I left. It was the exact same as I got back.
Unfortunately, others were not that lucky. A hotel in Bonita Springs, Florida suffered major structural damage, and this is a picture of their bridge completely ruined. This is a picture of my family's boat marina that we go to in Southwest Florida and how all of the boats are completely ruined.
One family member, maybe like their pool screen broke, but nothing to the severity of like flooding and stuff like that.
Other areas of the state did experience severe flooding, and task force teams will remain there until flooding is resolved. With NewsWatch Ole Miss, I am Erica Fontana.
It could take years for the southwest portion of Florida to build back up to what it used to be.
According to a survey from CNN and the Kaiser Family Foundation, 90% of adults believe that there is a mental health crisis in the United States today. Respondents were also asked to qualify more specific mental health issues in terms of severity, and researchers discovered that more than 2/3 of Americans consider the opioid epidemic a crisis, and more than half of Americans believe that the prevalence of mental health issues among teenagers and children is a crisis as well. Severe mental illnesses in adults ranked similarly.
Purchasing a car might be something you want to hold off on for right now. The price of a car is continuing to rise because of the current shortage of auto parts. According to Edmunds.com, the average new car loan has reached 5.7% in interest this year, making it the highest it's been since 2019. The high demand and low supply leaves little hope for prices to drop anytime soon.
A potential serial killer in Stockton, California has residents on edge. Police are feverishly searching for the suspect or suspects responsible for 6 deadly shootings. CNN's Chris Nien has more on this case.
In California's Central Valley, a possible serial killer at large.
We do believe we could have potential serial killer.
So far, 7 people have been shot, 6 of the victims killed. The possibly connected shootings began in April 2021, with the most recent killing reported just last month. Police say the victims were alone and in dark areas when they were ambushed. All of them shot in the evening or early morning hours.
The average age of the victim is 42. We find that the sex of the victims are mostly male. We also find that the races are mostly Hispanic as well.
Stockton police releasing this video of a person possibly linked to the investigation, where you see the back of a person dressed in all black. The only surviving victim, a woman, telling police the suspect wore dark clothing and a dark COVID-style mask.
We haven't seen this individual committing a criminal act, but seems to be showing up in some of our recent homicides. So it's a person that we definitely want identified.
Meanwhile, victims' family members are waiting for answers. One of those victims, 54-year-old Lorenzo Lopez. His family desperately wants justice.
My mother and father were just heartbroken from this. You know, that's the first baby boy, and I know they have so many memories of, of him.
And until police catch the killer, they're urging the public to stay alert. I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
Twitter's stock is surging after news spread that Elon Musk proposed continuing his takeover of the social media company after much back and forth at the initial price of $44 million. The company's stock jumped over 22% on Tuesday. This security filing will allow both parties to avoid courtroom discussions after Musk's initial attempts to exit the agreement after claiming that Twitter misled him about the prevalence of spam accounts on the platform.
Yesterday in Kansas, a 12-year-old boy's heart stopped at school. His teachers rushed to his rescue. CNN's Brian Johnson has more on this story.
We're at Woodland Spring Middle School. 12-year-old Max collapsed in his PE class onto the floor. His heart had stopped. Teachers used CPR and an AED to bring him back to life.
It's a miracle, and every time I see him, I cry.
School nurse Jeannie Brumley had never been in a situation like this on campus.
He definitely was gray in the face and around the mouth, and no pulse, no respirations.
Her training kicked in. They got his pulse back, and an ambulance took him to Children's Mercy. There, doctors diagnosed him with restrictive cardiomyopathy. He needed a new heart.
We weren't expecting that at all, and it was pretty rough news to take.
Stephanie Kachever says it was a big shock. Still, there were miracles along the way. Then, on September 21st, they got the call.
We were getting ready to go to bed, and then
We had to go to the hospital at like 12 o'clock.
Max got his new heart thanks to an organ donor. In about a week, he was up and walking around with lots to look forward to.
That I get to play 8th grade year football.
Kachever says there have been so many surprises.
Just expected the worst, and it's been anything but. He's a miracle.
Whatever like just comes your way, you just gotta take it. Just go through it.
Hey y'all, it's currently 82 degrees here in Oxford. It's sunny with winds coming in at a mile per hour from the north and no precipitation in the forecast. Stay tuned to Ole Miss NewsWatch for this week's forecast.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Welcome back, y'all. Here in Oxford, it's been a little hot here lately after cooling off after the fall. So as of right now, it's 86 outside, sunny. Winds coming in from, oh, well, this is tomorrow. So tomorrow in Oxford, it's going to be 86 degrees, sunny, winds coming in from the west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the precipitation at 2%. And right now outside, it's around 82 degrees, and it's cooling off headed into the nighttime. As we go into the weekend, it's going to be cooling off as Saturday and Sunday come around and back up to 80 Monday morning. That's it for right now, and tune in tomorrow at 5 to see next week's forecast.
And coming up, the soccer team faces off with number 4 Alabama tomorrow night. And Aaron Judge made baseball history last night. I'll have that and more up next in sports.
Creating a legacy takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Ole Miss 18th NCAA tournament appearance.
This is fun, folks, as Baker's peeling it. Little heat check. Snow Collins for three. Bring it up.
Said, I love Madison Scott.
Ole Miss Rebels are having a lot of fun, and you can see why.
After a tough loss Friday night, the Rebels soccer team will head to Tuscaloosa this Thursday to play number 4 Alabama. Ole Miss leads the all-time series against Alabama with 28-1 record and have won the last 3 matches, including a 1-0 SEC tournament win last season. And the Rebels are 1-0 against ranked opponents. But Alabama has one of the best offenses in the nation, and the defense has only allowed 8 goals this season. But now some Rebels to watch are Taylor Radecki, who has 8 assists to set a career season high and has her top 5 in the nation. And of course, Ashley Orcus, who has 8 shutouts, the second most in the SEC, and Orcus holds second place for Ole Miss's all-time saves and wins. She only needs 9 more saves and 2 more wins to take the record. You can watch them and the rest of the team as they take on the Tide Thursday at 7 p.m. on SEC Network and ESPN+. And we'll move over to the links as the men's and women's golf team are wrapping up at the Blessings Invitational in Arkansas. The women's team goes into the final round in first place on both the team and individual leaderboards and go in with a 2-stroke lead today. Leading the charge is Sweden native Andrea Lignell, who holds first place individually and has now shot all 5 of her rounds this fall under par, with 4 of them in the 60s. And the men's team also had a successful second round, rising 3 spots on the leaderboard, and will go into the final round in 4th place today. As a team, the Rebels made 18 birdies to secure the 3rd lowest round for the men. And leading them for the 2nd day in a row is Sarut von Chaseit, who started off the day with a birdie on hole 2 and didn't bogey on the back 9. He headed into the final round today at 5th place with 2 under overall. And on the diamond, New York Yankees star Aaron Judge has finally beat the American League single-season home run record. Judge hit his 62nd home run of the season in the 1st inning against the Texas Rangers last night, and the Yankees gathered to meet him at home plate, and then he walked back to the dugout to acknowledge the fans. And when he took the field again in the bottom of the inning, he was given a standing ovation. Judge describes the experience as surreal and says to do it with this team and the support of his family has been a great honor. And sticking with the major leagues, the Braves win the NL East for the 5th season in a row. The World Series champs took the title after their 2-1 win against Miami last night, and the credit really goes to the pitchers for this one. Starter Jake Odorizzi allowed only 1 home run in 5 innings, and then the 4 relievers brought it home. They will be something to look forward to in the playoffs. And the Braves are the only team to have not been swept in a series this season. And the last team to do that for a full season was the Braves in 2004. The NL East title also comes with a wild card series bye, so the team has 5 days to rest between the end of the regular season and the start of the NLDS on October 11th. The Braves look to become the MLB's first repeat champion since 2000, and the division title and the wild card series bye makes the path to another World Series win that much easier. That's all I've got for sports. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at @Rebel_Watch for the latest sports updates.
Thanks, Sarah Gale. Coming up, students should show their teachers some extra love today. We'll tell you why after the break.
And a certain shoe brand is having a big sale you won't want to miss. More on that coming up.
Talk to him, and it's like, oh, ew.
Julia, are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet. And Elmo's gonna play his drum.
Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready?
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Rebelthon is hosting a percentage night tonight at Funky's from 8 to 12. A percentage of the sales will go towards Rebelthon. Rebelthon raises money for the only children's hospital in Mississippi, Children's of Mississippi in Jackson. Last year, Rebelthon raised over $227,000 and had over 1,300 participants through various organizations. Teachers deserve to be celebrated every day, but especially today.
All right, Verlicia, today is World Teacher Day. Every year, October 5th honors teachers and teacher organizations who make important contributions to the education system.
As teachers work tirelessly to prepare students for their future, it's more important than ever to recognize the difficult job they do.
Students, parents, and others on this day and every day, be sure to give them the thanks they deserve.
And today marks the 20th anniversary of Crocs, and the company is celebrating with what they call a Croctober giveaway.
The brand was released in 2002 and saw a surge in sales during the COVID-19 pandemic. Last year, the company reported a record annual revenue of $2.3 billion.
In celebration of their success, the Croctober sale is a free pair for all daily shoe giveaway, set to run today through Friday, October 7th. If you wish to participate, you must be a member of the Crocs Club. Membership is free.
Well, that sounds like quite a sale, and I think they have a market with Ole Miss students. I've seen a lot on campus.
I'm sure they do. I see a pair of Crocs everywhere I turn.
Well, and that's all for tonight. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Mackenzie Cox.
And I'm Verlicia Gavin. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 5.
Thank you, and good night.